Don't worry about it. There's plenty of room.
You can't really
I went online. I saw some movies that were in the public domain, not copyrighted. So a few of them I've seen.
Yeah.
I learned that it was I drew
you search your history.
Their kids like legally blind without getting things so
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that thing really got paid off.
And these are like Coke bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't even know.
That's as far as
Okay.
completely relying on the side.
Okay.
I'd be like, I would be entertained if I got this.
All right, we're going to start the live stream now. We're going to show some short films before the. Oh, there's my voice coming out of the speakers. Let me turn that off. I'm going to show some short films before the. Oh, there's my voice coming out of the speakers. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. All right, that's better. We'll start the movie after we watch some short films, and after more audience members get here. So talk to you then.
Really?
I don't know, they didn't.
It's National Craft Beer Day. Craft Beer Day. Oh.
Walk over.
Hi, Mom. How you doing? How you feel? You got a nice one? You didn't find it? Oh. It's beautiful. I like it. What do I know? I bought some flowers for you tonight. Would you arrange before you go to get there? Or did you say that? Until this one? Oh, no. It's by the past and my street. The one that we go in like that and Hi, Mom. Hi, dear. Did you see that dress? What dress? The one that was pale yellow with flowers across here and the sash in the back? Oh, I know the one. Oh, Mom, could I have it? Baby, where would you wear a dress like that? Nice clothes like that. Come here, maybe. You need more developed than you are, dear. You still have your little girl look and shape. I know, but let's say, two different things. Some girls grow up sooner than others. Some not till they're 15 or 16. I hope I won't have to wait that long. I'm sure you won't, dear. Before you know it, the most important thing You begin to menstruate. Do you know what that means? It means you can have a baby. That's right. So your body prepares for it. What do you mean? Well, your body makes a warm, soft place out of blood and tissue for a baby to grow. And when there is no baby, the body gets rid of this blood and tissue through the lower part of the body. That's menstruating? Uh-huh. And once it starts, it'll happen every month for a period of a few days. That's why it's sometimes also called a period. I don't know if I like it. Oh, why, Libby, you said you couldn't wait to grow up. I know, but it's kind of scary. Oh, not at all, sweetheart. It's natural. It's hard to be a girl. I could have once you understand. Nothing is scary about it. Come on, let me show you.
No, you gave us the center.
I know, Spanish. Show me a I'll show you a lot. Would you like to learn how to use it? I guess I get it. All right. You'll need this sanitary belt, too, to hold it in place. It goes around your waist under your pants. Then, you put the short end of the napkin to the front side.
Our friend Matt, he got a flyer. Really? Okay. Yeah, on the phone. So, and yeah.
And the longer end
Nobody wants to stop.
to the fascia in the back.
Yeah, let's go sit on the couch. Let's get up there. Look, they got the nice little, the nice little chair.
But won't it menstruate? No. The napkin absorbs the menstrual flow, so there's nothing to worry about. And Libby, see this blue polyethylene on the bottom and the side? That's
She was just showing her how to pick it up.
to
Yeah,
prevent
it's like,
accidents.
how barbaric.
Besides, you should clean the test napkin every 3 or 4 hours. What do I do with it when I take off?
That's a really great mom.
No, you wrap it in toilet tissue or a paper towel. So it looks better.
Disgusting.
But no, suppose it happens at school or someplace where I don't have this.
You look in the restroom. If there's not a napkin dispenser there, you ask the nurse or a teacher. Oh, and Libby, I bought you this. It's a special sanitary pin you might want to try instead of the belt. The napkin fits right inside. You might find it more comfortable than the belt. The elastic loops hold the napkin in place.
Gee, my goodness, looks like my regular taxi. Gee, thanks. Wow, we sure had some important talk.
Wow, I'll say. Oh, honey, you might want to keep the things in this drawer. Then they'll be handy for whenever you want them.
That's a good idea.
Hey, you better scoot off to the pool, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to be late. Hi, Libby. How's the water? Guess what? What? Boy, did I have some trouble with my mother. What about it? Menstruation.
Oh, that.
What do you know that? Nothing. You knew about it before?
Sure.
How long?
About a year.
Years?
Do I want?
Menstruate.
Of course, Billy.
How come you never told me?
I don't know. I always thought it was kind of personal. And besides, it's nothing special. It happens to every girl.
What happens to every girl?
Womanhood. Oh, you mean the curse.
What do you call it?
The curse. You know, being unwell.
Why do you call it that?
I don't know. Some people do. Hey, come on, let's go swimming.
You go. We'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, that's an icky word. I have a lot of menstruation.
Mine does too. I guess we're kind of lucky.
You mean to learn about it from them?
Yeah.
But I guess you really don't know what it's like until it happens.
Come on, let's go swimming.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we can watch it.
All right, the shopping's finished. It was so crowded in the stores. You're menstruating.
How do you know?
Oh, I expected it.
How do you feel?
All right, I guess. You don't feel, oh, quite as bubbly as usual. Are you sure you feel like bowling?
I'm alright.
and mope around just because you're menstruating.
No, I'm gonna mope around.
But don't overdo.
Okay, I
I
will.
don't know about that. I mean, moping.
Whenever they could get together, they talked things over. So naturally, Libby told Jean that she was menstruating for the first time. Jean could tell that Libby was feeling uncertain, a little unsure of herself. So she suggested that Libby might rather not bowl. But you know Libby, to her any sport was a challenge.
No, I promise.
I was constantly working. I'm so sorry. Constantly
Grow up. Now, some of you may already know something about it, but it's important to have a thorough knowledge to realize there's nothing frightening or embarrassing about leaving childhood and entering a womanhood. You can understand better if you know something about how you got to be a girl. So let's begin by examining the facts of birth. Now, actually, each of you began life about 9 months before you were born as a microscopic living organism, a single cell that resulted from the joining together of two other cells, one from your mother and one from your father. This little cell found a safe shelter in your mother's body, in a soft, blood-rich organ called the uterus. There, it divided into 4 cells until finally there are millions of tiny cells growing into the baby. And that baby lived in your mother's uterus for about 9 months until you were born. Then you grew up into the big girl you are today. Of course, you still have your little girl look, but not for long. You are approaching adolescence. A gland called the pituitary begins to encourage different parts of your body to turn into that of a woman. Little by little, each one of you growing differently in height, weight, and bone structure. Your breasts will begin to develop, getting rounder and fuller. Your hips will fill out, taking on softer, more womanly contours. And the first growth of hair will appear under your arms and under puberty. Your body will awaken internally, and those organs that make you uniquely a girl will begin to develop too. There are 2 ovaries, 2 narrow passageways called the fallopian tube, and the uterus. They're all surprisingly small. The uterus is not more than the size of a pear. The ovary is more than the size of a lemon. Then there's the vagina, the passage from the uterus to the outside of your body. As you approach your womanhood, these organs begin to function, and your very first menstrual cycle begins. The ovary is single egg cell which finds its way into one of the fallopian tubes. Very slowly, this single egg cell travels through the tube toward the uterus. But before it gets there, the uterus prepares for it, builds up a special lining of blood and tissue, so that this little egg cell can grow into a baby if it was fertilized by a male cell. Now, if the egg is not fertilized, the special lining of blood and tissue is not needed and flows out of the body through the vagina along with the egg itself. This is the menstrual flow, the monthly breaking up of the special lining of the uterus. And when it's over, the whole process begins all over again.
Yay! grounded for that.
Dodging bullets.
That lasts 40 years.
And when fertilization does not take place, you menstruate again. The total flow is a rather small amount, lasting rarely
Small as hell as a 13.
no more than 6. This whole process is called the menstrual cycle and lasts about 28 days.
No.
That's why you menstruate about every 28
Slayer's
days.
Brain and Blood was playing in the background. Seriously.
Of course, in the beginning, until your body gets used to it, your periods may not be regular. This is not unusual.
Put the face on the one on the right.
It takes time to get accustomed to this new
This
experience.
girl's had it. She's
So long, it will seem as natural as all the other days of the month.
No, it doesn't. No.
Use it to keep a monthly record of your periods. There's a calendar for this purpose in the back of this little booklet. Growing up and liking
Remember
it.
the doctors were going through this period. I'm like, now, so
As well as instructions for using it. And lots of other helpful information. Later, I'll give you each a copy before you leave. But now, one thing more I want to discuss. The importance of looking and feeling your best, not only during the menstrual period, but all month long. You may feel free to interrupt and ask questions if you like. Jody, what if your hair needs washing during the period? Wash it. But don't walk around with a wet head. Dry it quickly and thoroughly. Remember, clean hair and skin help prevent blemishes. Nancy, what about bathing? Jean, what do you say to that? You can do it every day. Right. A bath or shower every day, especially when you're menstruating, is certainly very important. You tend to perspire a bit more during that period. So, bathe, use a deodorant, change your underwear every day, and your sanitary napkins often, at least every 3 or 4 hours. Cooper, what about sports? During your menstrual period, you can do almost anything you're used to doing on other days. If you're used to bicycling, bicycle. If you dance, dance. Just keep as busy and active as always. Just don't overexert your entire body.
Is it true that some girls have cramps when they're menstruating?
Some girls have them, some girls don't. If you do, don't be alarmed. They pass right quickly. There's a helpful exercise for easing the cramps in this little booklet I told you about.
Mrs. Cooper spies Libby and wonders why she isn't skating. When Libby explains that she has her period, her teacher doesn't think that's a reason for sitting on the sidelines. Libby admits she really doesn't want to miss the fun. Besides, she feels better now that Mrs. Cooper has reassured her. But she remembers how important it is not to overdo, and soon finds that she's having fun. She has even forgotten that she was ever angry with Jean, and realizes it was a good day in more ways than one.
You know, I had a good time today. I don't mean just skating when I went bowling. And when Jean made me go, I got mad. But now I'm glad because she was right.
Yes, I told them. I said,
You can have fun while you're skating if you understand what's right for you.
I think my little girl is growing up.
What was that you asked me about? A yellow dress?
I do not wear the
Libby is beginning to understand her feelings and how to cope with them. Now, growing up is all the fun it ought to be. In fact, right this minute you ask her how she feels about it, she'd say, it's wonderful being a girl.
Okay, that was wonderful being a girl. Product placement.
Thanks, Johnson and Johnson, for living in the 1500s.
I've started a tradition of showing cartoons from the same year as the film.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
This is a little thing I
haven't
found
done one
on
of these
YouTube
videos
called
for
Sarah's
ages,
Cat.
but I'm about to do one right now. It's a whole video. Okay, here we go. So, as you probably know, the whole videos I made for my own channel was some of my most popular. You guys loved them, and I loved making them. And just because some of my favorite brands don't exist anymore, doesn't mean I can't make a new kind of haul video. So here goes nothing. First up, everyone here is really scared of going to the surface. They're always like,
Please, no, it is not safe. He will eat us.
and I'm like, eventually I was like, put on your disgusting clothes, pick up your stupid spears because we are going. It was like 50 below up there and it was snowing really hard, so it was very difficult for them to carry me. But after a while, I saw some buildings on the horizon and I was like, that way. And when we got inside, I was literally freaking out because I'm pretty sure it used to be a mall. Okay, so the first thing I found was this. Isn't it so cute? I absolutely love it. And look, it's full of these gorgeous colored pencils. I love art and journaling and doing mindful coloring, and being here, I really miss all of that kind of stuff. I just find that doing art really clears my mind. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. Okay, what's next? Oh, this adorable frame. I just love this, and I've actually been looking for something to put up in my workspace. So what I was thinking is that I would get a quote or an inspiring message and put it in this, and then hang it somewhere up in my room. So like over here or here. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, comment below and tell me your favorite quote. You can't really. Well, I was just thinking something like believe you can and you can, or something about coffee and drinking coffee and how I love coffee. So yeah, loving that. Okay, you guys are not gonna believe this one. When I saw it, I was like, what? Drum roll, please. Can you believe it? I used to love this stuff when I was a kid. I can't believe it survived this long. It's definitely past its expiration date, but if I know one thing about the 21st century, it's that we built things to last. So, cheers.
No. Yeah.
What was next? So when we were up there, they were all looking for food and batteries, and eventually I was like, hey, stop it. Seriously, you're looking for the wrong things. And when they finally started to help me, we actually found some pretty cool stuff. One of them found this. I love all things winter. It's one of my top seasons. So when they found this, I was like, yay! The kind of a weird thing about me is I love to be cozy. Don't know why, I always have. Even though they only found one of them, I still think it's cute. I don't think I know. They also found, where is it? I thought it was here. It's actually a really cute hat. Where did they put it? Oh, wonderful, you're wearing it. No, don't take it off. I don't want to wear it now. Come here. Keep it on. Show them. Okay, so I'm not going to model this one until I've washed it, but this is the hat they found. Did you find it? So yeah, it's not my usual style, but I do like vintage stuff, and I feel like I could maybe make it work. Like maybe if I made a few alterations, like if I put a flower on it or something. Let me know what you guys think. I actually don't hate it. Oh, no. We couldn't stay up there for as long as I would have liked because they were all really scared of something that they wouldn't shut up about. Some friend of theirs. What was it? The ball? The law? Carmel. See what I mean? So we had to go back underground pretty quickly, which was annoying. But I'm going to go back up there soon for a follow-up video, so stay tuned for that. And that's my haul. I hope you guys liked it. I was thinking yesterday that some of you might be interested in this weird place I live in. So I'm going to do a tour of the cave, bunker, whatever you want to call it. Hope you guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe below, and see you soon. Bye! I like it.
Yeah, I thought
When the hobgoblin guy.
yeah, when I saw this, I thought of the Night of the Living Dead showing. I thought it would be appropriate. Before we start the film, again.
This is an experimental first episode of a new series from 50th Street Studio. Like it, subscribe it, and let us know what you.
You better say that word for word.
In that enthusiastic manner.
Yeah. My name is Keith. I've talked to everyone here. 50th Street Studio is a video production and a photography studio. And on the weekends, I have the Artist Bazaar here, and every Saturday at 7, I show a free movie. And I've been, Crypticon was kind enough to help me promote this showing tonight. That's where most of you saw it on Facebook. Thank you again for coming. The company is a nonprofit. We have the donation bucket at the front here. Yeah, take care of it later.
Okay, I'm gonna know those.
And before we show the film, I wanted to show you the kind of video that I'll be shooting here myself. And then Night of the Living Dead will follow me. Thank you again.
Thank you. All right, good speech.
You think. Enjoy.
You don't know what you're going to see.
Oh, we don't know what we're seeing.
Those prizes.
I have no idea. But I'm excited to see.
I'm not sure. Who am I? We're gonna learn.
I'm going to show you the first episode of the first anime.
It wasn't Pokemon. Oh, okay. So what is it? Correct?
This is, I know what this is. This is.
There's no question what the first anime was. The first animated series made for Japanese television. It was created by Osamu Tezuka in 1963, and it appeared on American television the same year, 1963. It came straight to America.
Is it a blue cat? Blue cat. Sorry, okay.
I'm drawing a blank. I should
Jen?
know this. There's no reason I shouldn't know this.
It was published as a manga, and Shonen Jump first, like every anime ever has been since.
Astro Boy?
Astro Boy? Yeah. Yes.
Astro Boy!
I was trying-
You're
I-
right. I should have known.
You're about to see it right now. So let's just start it. And it's like the greatest theme song ever.
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, they got it in English.
Yeah, so they adopted it.
Yeah. I only watch subtitles.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, get it.
Who is Astro Boy? Where did he come from? In the year 2000, there was no Astro Boy. There was a real boy named Astro Boy.
2000? Oh
Here's my flying car, by the way.
Oh, the year 2000, guys?
Whoa, you messed up somewhere.
Oh, I don't want to see the body. Oh, God.
My son!
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Whoa, that was...
I better robot look my master. It'll be my masterpiece. He'll live forever. Astro Boy's mind absorbed every lesson it was taught. The boy was happy, beloved by all, the apple of his father's eye, until one day Dr. Boynton noticed that Astro Boy had failed to grow like all the other children.
He's a robot.
Did he not think about this?
Remained the same size.
Well,
I mean,
he's a
like,
machine.
that's how that
He has
works.
no
Like, why aren't you growing? Because I'm a robot, Daddy, remember?
What are you told? It's fine. He's a robot, yo.
I've been a good father to you, haven't I?
Why
can't you be a good father to me? Like all the other children around here your same age. Oh, the shame of it, the terrible shame! Those are my ownership papers for the robot. He's for sale. And you say he can be used for any purposes, like my fancy. Very well, my friend, you got yourself a deal.
Oh no, please don't sell it to that dude. Please. He's got creeper flag just slapped on top of it.
Agitori the Great, that's me, is pleased to present my big act. Presenting Astro Boy.
Okay, at least he's just in a circus and not anything worse, you know?
Well, circus.
Yeah, well, you're right. Circus.
What on earth's the matter? Mechanically stuck? No, just out of power. I'm being sold to a scrap dealer. I ran out of 220 2 weeks ago. This time I didn't touch it once.
He doesn't believe the clown any longer, that's why.
I have an idea. We can share my power. 12 volts. That's enough for us all.
It's enough for a soul.
I'll just connect my power cord to the socket and we'll it on my hand. But I feel a kind of fury.
Okay. Okay, all right, here we go.
All right.
Whoa! What?
I think this is weird. I got real creeped out real fast.
The first anybody else, the first hentai.
That's the thing. Apparently. Yeah.
I wish I could unsee.
But you can't.
What? Okay.
Oh no, don't look like that while you're trying to save somebody.
Oh no. His energy levels.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You know, all this homie's better than one with some battery life.
Yeah.
It's just like I told you before, I'm Astro Boy's master, and it's natural to help me. What am I supposed to say? Thank you to a robot? He used me a lot after all I did for him. You think Agitori, a lot of things have been happening while you were in the hospital. If you don't believe me, listen to this news flash.
Good to know.
That's so, ladies and gentlemen, 100,000 robots assembled in the Great Flood below and just heard the joyous news that they are free. The Robot Bill of Rights, signed this morning, now prohibits the purchase of
robots.
Oh, it's a revolution.
Astro Boy?
But like, are you gonna talk to Astro Boy about like what's going on?
That music again.
What the heck just happened? I don't know.
I cannot explain Astro Boy to you.
This is so weird.
Yeah, it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
And this is episode 1.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of backstory.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I can't believe this is the first ever anime. That's so
crazy.
cool.
That's crazy.
I mean, Tezuka wrote himself into a corner, with Astro Boy being owned by the circus guy.
Yeah.
And his solution was robot emancipation.
Exactly.
You remember a Spielberg film from the late 90s called AI?
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
You know what it was about? Think about it. It's about a robot built to replace a little boy.
Yeah.
A little boy robot rejected by his parents. It's taken up by a violent robot circus.
Wow.
There's a robot shot out of a cannon that starts a huge fire.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Beat for beat, this is the first episode of Astro Boy.
So Astro Boy.
Astro Boy did it in 1963 and they did it better. Except Tezuka, again, thinking bigger than Spielberg, ends with robots being able to vote.
Sure, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's Spielberg.
You want to see more Astro Boy in the future? Or?
No.
No.
Yeah.
God,
No.
weird dad
I mean,
issues were
right.
just weird. I thought like in my brain I would really be about Astro Boy, but like really watching it I'm like, I Really happy. Yeah.
Do you want to see more Astro Boy at some point?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see more?
Sure.
Of course. Yeah.
Thanks for watching Friendo Retro TV.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, y'all.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
We love you.
Thank you for watching Friendo Retro TV. Come back for our next show. And please, become a sponsor. Follow the link in the description below. This is your Friendo announcer Coolest saying good night.
There's Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. I want the popcorn.
I do want to get to the point eventually where I turn the lights down. It gets too dark at this point.
It'll make it more scary.
Oh, I need to turn off subtitles. I can't see.
Very tight.
How bad can it be? Even
Do I have the-
off for
do
who can't hear.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
Now, what a blow Sunday on a scene like this. You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, no, that she can. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. With the station.
Which row was it in?
Well, there's no one around.
It's late. You'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I only lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year is gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish, you can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Hey, I mean praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boys, you'll be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably do a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key? I suppose you tried this. Do you live here? Jesus. We have to get where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
What's happening? What's happening?
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two. I know you're afraid, but we...
I don't know. What's happening?
I know we're in here now. Don't look at it. Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some boards, something about a fireplace, something we can nail this place up. God damn. Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay? That's strong. I want you to find some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. And this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long for those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. I didn't see them at first. could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. Went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. Wasn't a sign of life left, except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move, they didn't run, or just stood there staring at me. I just wanted to crush them, just plow right through them. They didn't move, they didn't run. Scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny. And he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And oh, it's hot in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!" And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny. We better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there.
Don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please help me! Please!
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone!
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead!
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that the President has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and behind closed doors. The White House spokesman is announcing this conference says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. The latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest meeting. Join their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder, which apparently is engulfing much of the nation.
I found a gun and some bullets out there. What are these? This place is boarded up pretty solid now. We gotta be all right here for a while. We have some gun and bullets, food and radio. Sooner or later, someone bound to come and get us out.
So again, we join with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Any suspicious strangers, and keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm going upstairs now. If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it. Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. To the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
And then you didn't hear the racket we were making up here.
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on down there. We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterwards.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We went into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this, mister? We came out. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
We can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All the few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood? His wife and kids downstairs. The kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got a million windows out here. All these windows. You're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things up, huh?
I told you, those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men could do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there's that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Father and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we never know where they were going to hit us next. You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it. But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know, maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens. Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper. No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours. Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
You box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 up there now.
There's more than that work. And a lot out back, too.
It's all right.
Gotta fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are gonna be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
Right here. Keep your hands up here. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down in the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly, I couldn't bring her out here. She can't possibly take all the racket, those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I need it. Mr. Cooper, with your help, we can...
With my help? Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey. You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? Sorry.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off. All three of us were working together.
Hey, kid.
He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Well, we're safe now. Hold it up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there alone. There are two other people upstairs, the man and the girl. Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, then.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket on her sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. But there's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in a dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper, there's how the television set upstairs.
go up. Tom? If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs. Okay, yeah, right away.
Will you do it?
I have to.
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up.
I'll take good care of her, Helen. She's all I have. Why don't you go upstairs now?
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben for the television.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here.
Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here, I had to drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's the socket over here.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me, and that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
There's no sound. Play with the record.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up!
The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted their eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word of just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. We're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. We can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump outside the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA, has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earth-bound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
I feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon.
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been an
explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it's the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen. I must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded,
Unusual amount of radiation enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a very honest.
it does seem to have a barrier.
Will there be a reply?
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report.
Yes.
A later report.
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
Hope we can get some further explanation of this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations had doctors and medical supplies. If we could get care in there, we could get help for it.
Is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it's pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with us there.
Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
How about the basic?
Look, you go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened his eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me? She had to do everything. I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back downstairs and find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I need you to find some bed spreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails and hold them up while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
You can toss the cocktails from the window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave the door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. But it's closer to the truck. Before we go, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
And I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Except for the rescue station, which is indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Tom, are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, I'm just showing you use it all, aren't you? We've got work to do, honey. And you.
upstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, pass them.
Go ahead, go on.
I'm going with you.
Get back in the cellar. No, it's too late.
Unless you come in, come on. Get in.
This key won't work.
What's the door?
you out there and feed you those things.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes?
We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us can try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Good Lord.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed you kill the ghoul.
Anything from the supplier I can get?
No, we're all right. Hey, Cat, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasting them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
But 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window, Crooked.
Sal, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple of dogs out of the house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. You go here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the car?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Lower Den. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Tell Bill and check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve, tell him we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
They need you down there by the barn. Control the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house.
Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, huh? Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here? All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house. There's something in there. I heard a noise. All right, then, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Before you go, can everyone here tell me what is it about Night of the Living Dead that interests you so much? What is it about it that captures your imagination?
I've never seen it, but I've heard about it ever since it came out.
Yeah. It's not. This is only my second time watching it through, and I wouldn't say that it's one of my favorites, but it's definitely interesting, and I think it's an important film. Yeah. This was really the start of the entire modern horror genre.
My mom was from Pittsburgh, so she always had an affinity for it.
I've had people tell me it's a Pittsburgh thing.
Yeah, algorithm. Yeah. So I grew up with it. It's probably one of the first horror movies I ever saw.
I listened to Creature Feature a lot when I was a little
kid. Yeah, there you go.
He actually got the idea from Vincent Price, Last Man on Earth. And that piece where they go breaking the headlights, he got that from the movie because the talking zombies back then were breaking lights and shit like that.
I do have to say, one of the things I admire most about the film is the understated ending.
Yeah.
It just ends.
Yeah.
There's no spectacular explosion. There's no.
Seems more accurate. It's
It's very real.
Well, in Romero was king. With no Romero, you have no Raimi, then you have no Nick Romero.
Right.
You know. So.
Thank you again, everybody, for coming. Thank you.
Thank you. The Last Man on Earth, is that what it's called? I've never seen
Vincent
that.
Price, okay, it's called The Last Man on Earth.
Okay.
Okay, and it was made from a short little story.
Oh, very cool. Okay, awesome.
You know, and from that, there's one scene in that movie that we still goof on, where they're taking pictures of the wife, and she'll come out and she'll go, "Oh no! Oh, my hair, my makeup!" And we're like, "Yo, bitch, it's in black and white."
That'd be me in an emergency. My hair.
Yeah, Vincent Price's Last Man on Earth is a good film. It was based on I Am Legend.
Yeah. All right, so sign the flyer, man. You got a pen on you.
Son.
You better sign my flyer for me. I've been carrying it around my pocket. All right, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith. Good luck.
Yeah, I got a something for you. Check it out.
You go downstairs, you go around the staircase.
What the hell
The
is that?
second downstairs room, there's a bookshelf that has all a bunch of original, like 1950s, 1960s. Okay, good. Thank you for the recommendation. I got like 6 Lon Chaney movies.
Check it out. 2018. That's the original.
Barbara, I was gonna say she looks
Yeah.
exactly the
She
same.
was, and that's her poster back there. That's me and my daughter. Now,
Awesome.
her brother in the movie was in here in Crypticon in the table next to her. So I come up to him in the table and I put his bag on the table and he just looks at me and goes, "What's that?" I go, "It's the candy you've been asking for 40 decades, man." And there he is.
Oh my gosh, they look exactly the same. That's crazy.
Awesome people, great conversationalists. So we saw them in Crypticon.
Very cool.
So check out Crypticon because every so often they come back after a while when
Cool.
they finish doing the United States tour.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for the great evening. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. Sure.
Can I help you with any of the chairs, sir?
I'm good.
You're good? You
I'm
certainly
good.
are. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you for
enjoyed
coming.
it.
Yeah.
I did a
We
lot
hope
of
to see you
damages.
again. Please come again.
Oh, yeah, man. So I'm going to save my Saturday night
Good.
for you characters. 'Cause
Great. Thank
I
you.
love her. Oh, Milo.
That's a coloring book I made.
You made this?
I made this.
Please do, thank you for that.
You know, you've been so nice. Take one.
Oh my gosh.
I met Barbara, the woman who played Barbara.
Yeah.
When because I know Jackie, Jackie Mann, who played the little girl in that.
Uh-huh.
And when I went to Crypticon, they were sitting together talking. And I took a picture of them together, and they were so nice.
They are they're doing Crypticon for the last like 12 years.
Yeah.
You know, I get to meet a lot of the guys and, you know, we just hang out and everything. And, yeah, I was checking out your stuff, so I'm gonna have to come here one day because I've got a horror collection that'll knock your eyeballs out. You know?
You know what? I'll give you something else.
Whoa, you've been so kind.
I'm gonna have to.
He's like that guy in that horror movie that's trying to escape through a little panel.
It's time to take down the poster.
Oh, wow.
You can this is my poster I made.
Would you do me a favor and autograph it for me in the back?
I'll photograph them.
Over at Nocturnal Emissions, if any of you guys do, they have these contests. Yeah, and I've been in both of them, and since I'm such a horror buff, I keep winning shit. Cool.
Yeah, that was better starting to turn out. So you're turning
Everyone, good night, and thank you again.
All right, thank you, everyone and anyone who happened to be watching the live stream. Thank you for watching. We had a great time. This was our biggest crowd. Barely beat out our Turkish Star Wars crowd, and I will be ending the stream right now. Bye.
She's gonna be at Crypticon this year. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wonderful woman. I love her.